Have you ever wondered how many languages exist in the world today? Our planet is a vibrant mosaic of language, each with its own unique pattern of sounds, structures, and meanings. From the rhythmic chants of tribal dialects to the sophisticated syntax of global tongues, the diversity and complexity of languages is truly astounding. They are the colourful threads that weave together the fabric of human civilization. So let's embark on this linguistic journey together. Stick around to unravel some of the most fascinating facts about languages. Scene script. First off, how many languages do you think exist in the world? A quick search on the internet may astound you. We have approximately 7,000 distinct languages being spoken around the globe today. But don't let that number intimidate you. If you're a polyglot in the making, you don't need to master them all. Now, you might be wondering, which languages top the chart? Mandarin Chinese holds the throne, with nearly 1 billion native speakers. Spanish follows close behind, then English, a language often considered the lingua franca of the modern world. Hindi, Bengali, Portuguese, Russian, Japanese, and Punjabi also feature in the top 10. But while these languages continue to thrive and expand, many others are teetering on the brink of extinction. Linguists estimate that nearly half of the languages spoken today might disappear by the end of this century. These endangered languages, often spoken by small, isolated communities, are rapidly being replaced by more dominant tongues. Take the example of Ainu, a language native to Japan. Only a handful of fluent speakers remain, most of them elderly. Or consider the Yuchi language, spoken by the Yuchi people in Oklahoma, USA. As of now, fewer than 12 fluent speakers are estimated to be alive. These languages, though small in numbers, carry with them centuries of human thought, culture, and history. They are unique ways of perceiving and describing the world. Their loss, therefore, is a loss for all of humanity. So, we see a world of languages in a state of flux, with new ones emerging, old ones evolving, and some on the verge of vanishing forever. The linguistic landscape of our world is as dynamic and diverse as the people who inhabit it. As you navigate through this labyrinth of languages, remember that each one tells a story. Each is a testament to our shared human ability to communicate, to express, and to understand. Language diversity is truly astounding, isn't it? But how did these languages come to be, you may wonder? Well, just like us, languages were born, they grew, and they evolved. The journey of language evolution is as fascinating as the history of mankind itself. Let's dive right in. The roots of many languages we speak today can be traced back to what linguists call proto-languages. These are hypothetical ancestral languages from which a number of related languages are believed to have descended. For instance, Proto-Indo-European, a language that was never written down, is the forefather of a broad family of languages, including English, Spanish, Hindi, and more. Over time, as communities expanded and moved, these proto-languages split into different dialects, which eventually evolved into distinct languages. This process, known as language divergence, has given birth to the rich tapestry of languages we see today. But languages don't just diverge, they also converge. When different linguistic communities come into contact, languages influence each other, leading to language convergence. English, for example, has borrowed thousands of words from languages like French, Latin, and Greek. Languages also transform due to social, cultural, and technological changes. The English we speak today is vastly different from Old English spoken over 1,000 years ago. Similarly, the advent of the internet and texting has introduced a whole new vocabulary and style of writing. But sometimes, languages also die. When the last speaker of a language passes away, the language becomes extinct. It is estimated that one language dies out every 2 weeks. This loss is not just about words, but also about the unique worldview, culture, and knowledge that the language embodied. Yet despite this, new languages continue to emerge. Creole languages, for example, arise from pidgin languages, which are simplified forms of languages that develop as a means of communication between groups that do not have a language in common. So, languages not only communicate but also evolve, just like us. They are born, they grow, they transform, and sometimes they die. But each language, in its journey, weaves a unique story of human history, culture, and evolution. Now, can you guess which language might dominate the future? As we journey into the future, the language landscape is changing rapidly. Globalization and the internet have already begun to shape the language of the future, with a handful of languages emerging as global tongues. English, Mandarin, Chinese, and Spanish, for instance, are spoken by a vast number of people across the world, and their influence is only growing. Yet the future is not just about the most spoken languages. It's about accessibility, understanding, and connection. And here is where technology plays a pivotal role. With the advent of translation apps and real-time interpreting services, language barriers are being broken down. We're witnessing the dawn of a new era, where communicating across different languages may become as simple as tapping on a screen. But wait, it gets even more interesting. The rise of artificial intelligence and machine learning is revolutionizing language learning. Developers are creating programs that can mimic human conversation, helping learners practice a new language without the fear of making a mistake. This isn't just about learning languages faster, it's about making language learning more inclusive and accessible to all. In addition, the digital world is giving rise to a new kind of language altogether. Think about the emojis, GIFs, and memes that we use to communicate in our daily digital interactions. They transcend linguistic boundaries and have become a universal language of the internet. However, despite all these developments, it's important to remember that language is a living, breathing entity that evolves with society. It's shaped by human experiences, culture, and history. The language of the future might be heavily influenced by technology, but it will also carry the rich tapestry of human diversity and creativity. So, what will the language of the future look like? Will it be a single global language, a blend of multiple languages, or a completely new form of communication? Only time will tell. As we navigate this exciting linguistic journey, one thing is certain: the future of language is not set in stone. It's a dynamic, evolving entity that will continue to surprise us. The future of language is as unpredictable as it is exciting. Ever pondered about the power language holds? It's not just a medium to communicate, but a tool that shapes thought, culture, and identity. Language is the lens through which we perceive and interpret the world around us, and it plays a fundamental role in our cognitive processes. Consider this: the languages we speak influence how we perceive colour. Studies have shown that speakers of languages with numerous words for different shades of colour can distinguish those hues with greater ease. If your mother tongue has a single word for blue and green, you're likely to perceive them as similar colours. But if your language has separate words, you're more likely to see them as distinct. Language also shapes our culture. It carries the stories, the beliefs, and the values of a society. It is through language that culture is passed down from generation to generation, preserving a community's unique identity and legacy. Think about the word Ubuntu in the Bantu languages of Africa. It's a philosophical concept that can't be translated directly into English. It conveys a sense of shared humanity, a belief in the bond that connects all people. This single word encapsulates a fundamental aspect of Bantu cultures. Moreover, language is a significant part of our individual identities. It's a reflection of our personal history, our upbringing, our education. It's the code we use to express our thoughts, our emotions, our dreams. It can be a source of pride, a symbol of belonging, a marker of difference. Take, for instance, bilingual individuals. They often report feeling like they have different personalities in each language they speak. This demonstrates how language can shape our self-perception and how we present ourselves to the world. In essence, language is more than a system of communication. It's a cognitive tool, a cultural vessel, an emblem of identity. It influences how we see, how we think, how we connect. It's a powerful tool that shapes our world. Indeed, language is a powerful tool that shapes our world. So, why should you consider learning a new language? Well, the benefits are manifold. For starters, it gives your brain a robust workout, enhancing cognitive skills like memory, problem-solving, and multitasking. It's like a mental gym membership, pushing your mind to flex its muscles in ways it's not used to. From a career perspective, being multilingual is a significant asset. It widens your professional horizon, making you more marketable and opening doors to global opportunities. You become a bridge, linking diverse cultures in a world that's increasingly interconnected. But beyond practicality, there's a certain beauty in understanding a culture in its own language. It's like being handed a key to a treasure chest of literature, music, film, and art that you may not have been able to fully appreciate otherwise. In essence, learning a language is not just about acquiring a skill. It's about expanding your world, your mind, and your heart. Learning a new language opens up a whole new world. Intrigued by these language facts, today we've delved into the sheer abundance of languages, their intriguing evolution, and even speculated on the language of the future. We've celebrated the power language holds and the beauty of learning new ones. This journey only scratches the surface of our linguistic world. If you enjoyed this linguistic journey, do subscribe to our channel for more such fascinating content. Until next time, keep exploring the world of languages.